Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. So it's 2020, and depending on where you are, you've probably been stuck inside for a long time. Or you've been ignoring it like a lot of people are doing. One of the things I've gotten into in the past few weeks is desperately trying to bring some element of social interaction in my life by learning how to stream on Twitch. Now, when I first had this super original, brilliant idea, I thought it would be, easy and cheap and fun using things I already have at home. No, it turns out that Twitch is not like going live on Instagram. Anyway, I basically know what I'm doing now, and I wanted to take the things that I've spent the last days and weeks learning and condense it into a streaming for beginners video that quickly explains all the bullshit associated with Twitch. Obviously, the first step is to make an account on Twitch. I know this is a basic tutorial, but I'm assuming you have that handled on your own, so I'm gonna leave that to you. Step 1, OBS. The first thing that's very obvious to streamers, but maybe not so obvious to somebody who just watches people stream, is you don't just go to the Twitch website. To stream on Twitch, you actually need to download third-party software called OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. I'm assuming that's right. There are a few different ones to choose from, but to keep this as simple as possible, get Streamlabs, also known as Slobs. There are other ones. There's I think there's like a basic OBS thing. There's something called Stream Elements, which a lot of people seem to like, but I don't know how to use that. Just get Streamlabs. It'll be easier. You're welcome to try out Stream Elements, but Streamlabs has been working for me. Once you've got it downloaded, you have to link your Twitch account to your OBS program. You either do this through a stream key, which is like a bunch of characters that you copy and paste from the Twitch account part of the website, or you can log into Twitch through OBS. And from there, you'll be able to connect to the website without being on the website. To use Streamlabs in detail, you probably are going to want to look into more in-depth tutorials. In a nutshell, it allows you to connect the things like your camera, your microphone, view your desktop, be able to transition in between different layouts and scenes, broadcast your gaming consoles, view the chat, etc. OBS is how people on Twitch do the things they do with their layouts. It's like why they have a fancy little design around their picture, or how they're able to transition from scene to scene, how sometimes they have cool animations, how they have starting screens or be right back screens. All of that is done through OBS. The software allows you to upload MOV files, so you can basically just upload animations that you make in After Effects, or you can buy a pack from someone, or you can have a friend help you, but it's pretty flexible. It allows you to set up alerts so you can see when people follow you or subscribe, donate, or do any of those things that Twitch allows you to do. Again, I encourage you to watch in-depth Streamlabs videos elsewhere. Step 2, equipment. Oh, you thought you could stream with the built-in mic and built-in webcam on your computer? You fucking idiot. No, absolutely not. Apparently, Twitch is competitive as hell, and people have fancy audio and video setups. I've done a lot of research on what is basically the bare minimum to look decent on Twitch, and I'll lay out those products very quickly. For video, you probably want the Logitech C920. It's pretty affordable and decent quality. If you're looking for better video than that, you probably want to go for the Logitech Brio, which is more expensive, but does do better video. So depending on what you're streaming, you can make that decision. I do a lot of makeup, so I got the Brio because I want to make sure people can see my makeup clearly. If you're doing mostly video games, you're really going to spend the majority of the time as like a little square in the bottom corner. So your camera doesn't have to be that great. A lot of people on Twitch are actually streaming with like DSLRs or like mirrorless cameras, but that's honestly way too advanced, and if you're watching this video, you're probably not smart enough. As for audio, both of these cameras do have built-in mics that will be a lot better than the useless mic in your computer. But a little known fact about video is that audio is actually often more important than the picture. The majority of streamers have a separate USB microphone. The reason for this is, a lot of the time you're watching somebody on stream and you're kind of multitasking. Like, you're listening to them more than you're actually watching them. And if their sound is bad and tinny or has a lot of garbage happening in it, it's gonna be difficult to want to keep listening to that. It's like, would you listen to a podcast that was recorded on a laptop mic? I've done a lot of research on this too, And I think I'm going to tell you to just get a Blue Yeti. They're kind of expensive. I mean, they are expensive. But I think anything less than that is probably not going to be worth it. And you should just keep the mic in your camera. The Blue Yetis are really easy to use. They work pretty much right out of the box without, many adjustments. And you have an option between a full-size Blue Yeti and a Blue Yeti Nano. And the Nano is probably good for you. If you're not broke yet from those hundreds of dollars of purchases and you want to stream on a console, you need to buy another expensive thing. For example, if you got Animal Crossing in quarantine and you want to show people around the island you spent 500 hours working on with all of your cute villagers, you can't just do that. To stream your Switch, you need something called a capture card. A capture card basically links the TV you're playing your Switch on to the card to your computer, which allows you to broadcast it through OBS. You cannot broadcast a Switch handheld. It has to be docked. If you're like me and you use a Mac, then you have limited options. This is a recurring thing with streaming and gaming in general. I recommend, after lots of research, the Elgato HD 60S Plus or the Elgato HD 60S without the Plus. The difference between the two is that the Plus just works and the S needs an extra app you download called OBS Link for it to work. And I got the S, and basically it gave me a bunch of needless trouble before I started, and I wish I had paid the extra $20. So do what you want there. If you're playing on an Xbox or PlayStation, there are ways for you to download an app that will allow you to stream without a capture card. I think you may need Windows for the Xbox. However, I've seen a lot of people talking about lag and poor picture quality, so maybe don't do that. I don't know. I don't play those games. I only play baby games on Switch. If you're streaming a PC game, you can do that without a capture card. However, you have to make sure that your computer is good enough to be able to support the game along with the streaming software. It's for this reason that a lot of people have a streaming setup and a gaming setup. Seriously, what the fuck? Eat the rich. So you think that would be everything you need, right? No. Here's the thing. Even with a good webcam, you're probably going to look like shit in your filthy apartment or dark, dirty basement or wherever Twitch streamers live. You're going to need at least some lighting to make this work. I recommend a cheap ring light from Amazon. Not only is it affordable, but you can feel good about yourself as you help poor little Jeffrey follow his dreams to becoming a trillionaire. To be completely honest, if you want a really good looking feed, you're probably going to want extra lights for fill, maybe, colored lights, that kind of thing. But it's not really necessary, and I would decide that later on. That should be it for equipment. Everything I mentioned is going to be linked in the description below. If you just want to do it and take my advice, you can just go order those now. I'll wait. Step 3, jargon. Now let's talk about some general Twitch stuff that I was confused as hell about 2 weeks ago. Number 1, you have the option to save video after you're done streaming. These are called video on demand, or VODs. 2, anything on Twitch that's copyrighted is not allowed. Apparently they didn't start cracking down on this until recently, but you can't play any good music. Everything has to be royalty-free elevator music. If you play copyrighted music, apparently you get something called a strike, and if you get too many strikes, they will take down your channel. 3, Twitch has a whole caste ranking for streamers. There's something called affiliate that you'll see people talking about. To reach affiliate basically means that you're allowed to monetize your stream. And to get to affiliate, you need to meet some pretty simple qualifications. I believe it is have an average of 3 viewers, stream at least 7 different days over a 30-day period, and if you do all those things, you'll get affiliate. Apparently, a lot of people just stream 8 hours a day, 5 days a week to 0 people, hoping to someday get affiliate. So that could be you. There's something above that called partner, but if you're watching this video, you're not going to get partner, so don't worry about it. 4, the Twitch interface has been gamified to hell. which I guess makes sense, but it's a lot. Here's how some of it works. There's something called bits. People basically buy bits with real money and then gift you bits so that you can cash those in for real money. You also have something called channel points that you get just by being in the chat, and that allows you to spend those points on like using emojis and also a few like little things, I think, like highlighting messages in the chat or something. 5? A raid is when somebody who's been streaming ends their stream and they have the ability to send everybody who is in their chat to your stream. So when you get a whole bunch of people suddenly come into your chat out of nowhere, you've been raided. And lastly, there's no discoverability on Twitch. So you are never ever going to get famous on Twitch unless you are already famous, like outside Twitch already. There's really just, it's just not going to happen. It's super difficult to find anybody on Twitch. So what everybody's been saying is that for you to have any kind of Twitch platform, you basically need to promote on other socials outside Twitch. So if you're already like a famous influencer or a washed up like 80s rock singer or Oprah, it's much easier for you to get a following on Twitch. Step 4, design. It's likely that this isn't very important for you, and I have a feeling that the average Twitch viewer does not care. But Twitch does allow you to customize your page pretty extensively, which of course I did because I am, you know, in your about section, there's a thing called panels where you're able to upload images. For some reason, the images can't be uploaded in Retina, so for me they all look pixelated, which kind of ruins the fun. Anyway, most people will have a short bio about themselves and a little image above that. They'll have a donate button with a little image above that. They'll probably have some rules for their chat. If they're a bigger streamer, they might have merch. Those kinds of things. If you reach affiliate, then they give you the ability to upload custom emotes. And then people can unlock those emotes with the channel points. There are also custom badges based on which subscription tier people are on. Basically, subscription tiers are just how much money they've given you. People sometimes give you money for no reason on Twitch. I've never seen this anywhere else. It's very confusing. I guess at a strip club or drag queens. Anyway, if you combine all of this customization with customization in OBS for your actual stream, you can actually make a really engaging, kind of interesting looking, really well branded stream. It's probably not your priority, and I wouldn't focus on this first without actually being able to stream and making sure it's something you want to do. It's an extra. So if you're not extremely discouraged by the amount of money I just told you to spend to do something that you just thought would be fun, hopefully you got enough information to make the decision, and think of this as a springboard for the basics. So go find videos by bigger nerds than me who know how things work in more detail. And since you're here, check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/Hellvetika Queen. That's 2 L's and a K. I'll be streaming makeup and games for children and weebs. Bye!